Hey guys, welcome back to Vince-Vell Custom. So today I'm sharing with you a Sideshow Premium Format Black Widow statue that was transformed into Domino from Marvel. So hopefully you guys are a fan of Domino. Maybe you guys don't like this specific outfit. Maybe you do like it. A client of mine, Roy Santa Ana, I've done a bunch of projects for him in the past. And he shouted out to me to get this one done. And we did a lot of brainstorming and it worked out pretty cool. And I'm really happy with it. And it was a lot of fun. I really did enjoy doing all the little things to her, tweaking it out, and just getting her looking pretty badass. So we'll kind of break down everything I did, give you a nice 360 of what she's looking like. I don't know the specific outfit. I remember Domino from, when she was first introduced, but I guess she's changed throughout the years. But this outfit's pretty cool, and I think the statue really worked well for her. She does have her hand with the gun. But we did give her a different knife this time, so we'll just kind of break it all down and we'll get a little closer. So I'll kind of break down what I did first. So I wanted to keep the cleavage with her, but he wanted to have the zipper, pretty much showing. And I didn't want to do a perfect V, like just showing the V coming perfect and to the collar. So what I did is I did a little bit of a loop and a little bit of a bend over here. So this way it's like with her arm being up, pulling back, different things would happen with the outfit. So that's kind of what I did with that, and I think it worked out pretty cool. So once we got the zipper done, I utilized the zipper that came with the fabric. It's just a matter of gluing it on, putting A's over there, and just kind of really getting it close. Even the zipper right down here is from the cloth. So once that was all done, we got that going. I worked out the seam lines around this outfit here going down around here. So this way I knew this was going to be blue and this is going to be the dark area, so I had to work all that out first. Once that all got done, we worked out the hair. Now he sent me a couple different hairstyles, and I tried to follow the hairstyle from one of the artworks where it's kind of like, you can see her eye, and the other hair kind of goes over the other eye. So it's just a matter of just kind of tweaking it and building and building and letting it dry, building, and just kind of getting it to the point where it looks pretty cool. So I'm pretty happy with the hair. I think it works really good with the face on her. You get the eye you're seeing mostly, and the other one's kind of covered, and it worked out pretty cool. So once all that was done, started working out all the straps. Now all the straps are done with Aves rolled out with a roller, then I cut it. You get to see all that and everything I've done in other videos in the past, so check out the channel, and just worked it all out. So once all the straps were done, and I started doing I did the belt buckle here and all that, I started sculpting all the pouches. So the pouches were actually fun. One of the first time I actually started to sculpt pouches. And I even sculpted the holster for the gun. This was glued in at the end though. So, all these little pouches here, this pouch there, all sculpted from scratch. Just a matter of taking my time, having fun with it. And just kept running with it. Also, I sculpted for the knife. Now this knife, if you were to actually take the hand, we'll kind of pop this out. Before I put this in the hand, I was using this as a marker, so it's pretty much, as you can see, it would actually go pretty much in there. And I tried to make sure that it was in scale with the knife. I just didn't, sculpt the knife and then put this knife in her hand and it's not there. I made sure that, if it was to go in there, it would, work out pretty cool. So I did that. Now her butt, one of the things that I've done with her before everything was done, though, is I did work out her butt a little bit more. It's kind of, when you take off the cloth, it's not really there. It's kind of like flat, and you don't really get these kind of like little butt cheek areas, so I kind of worked them out a little bit more, just to give her a little bit more ass, I guess you can say. Not overly killing it, but just enough that it's kind of there. Worked out her waist a little bit as well, because when you do take off the cloth, it's kind of like missing some meat around in here, so I kind of just built out that meat a little bit as well, and just a little bit of her hip too around here and around here, because it kind of almost goes flat. I guess they designed that for the cloth, so you got to kind of build up the meat and give it back some muscle here and there. So that's kind of what I did for that. And just working out all the straps. As you can see in all the straps, I used metal rings, and then I used some wire, and I put the wire in there, and then I painted it all. So you can see all the little straps going around her arms. And then the back strap is just a matter of just sculpting up Aves and just kind of winging it and making up my own little things in the back. Now she did have a couple different styles that I was sent. One style was the strap, instead of going over there, it kind of went up the middle and the shirt was closed, but he wanted to show cleavage. I don't blame him, you got to show the cleavage. So we just kind of, came up with our own little idea, putting a strap over here with I guess I figured the snap would be in the middle, for putting it all around her arms and stuff. So that worked out pretty cool. And just ran with it. So he wanted a nice latex look to her, so as you can see, I did all a nice blue color, and then I did black with some metallic blacks in there, and then it's all gloss coated with a Duplicolor gloss coat really a couple times to give it that latex look, really nice and shiny outfit. Boots are flat because I figure the boots aren't going to be latex, they're going to be flat, so it goes to right about here, and then it's all flat. And the white on her skin is a basic, let's see, up here a little bit more. It's just Garage Kits white, and then it's Payne's gray with a little bit of blues, not much, just a little bit. He wanted some nice, dark lipstick, and we went with a dark red. Archer Fine decal eyes. And at the end, he did give me a little bit of a surprise. We didn't talk about it throughout the thing, but at the end he wanted to change up the base. So, it's good that, we did that after I started, was ready to start painting her up, because you can't really work on an item when you're painting it and then try to change it up at the end. But since she could come out of the base, it worked out pretty good. So, he didn't want to have the snow base, and we started brainstorming some ideas, but they weren't working. I couldn't find, items that would fit, because it is a small base. At first we were talking about maybe putting a tree or a tree trunk down there with Wolverine claws, but after, looking online and trying to find something that would be in scale, it just wasn't working out. So I started doing some brainstorming. I was going on Google looking up stuff, so I figured let's change up the base, like there's like rocks that are kind of like plated rocks type thing, and then we could do some gravel. So he wanted to do like a Wolverine claw mark on there with blood as well. So we did some marks here with Wolverine, did a lot of dripping of the blood. I chopped up all around here, and I chopped up all around here, and I resculpted all this rock here, and I resculpted this rock here. So it looks like she's kind of like up a mountain in a way, and then pretty much like she's stepping up, and she, Wolverine's there with some blood. So, in the idea, you're getting the sense that, she's kind of like on a rocky mountain edge cliff or something, because you just don't have enough room to really sculpt it. These rocks here are just from the outside I attached on. Now this gravel is pretty cool. This is you can find this like gravel at like maybe fish tank stores or hobby stores. My friend Warren from Warren Resin, he's a guy to like talk to with because he's always traveling with his job, and he gets to hit a lot of different hobby stores throughout the like tri-state area. So I always ask him in his travels, if you ever find anything, let me know. So he had a gravel for a project he was working on, and I asked if I could use some of it. And he told me you use Elmer's glue, and you mix it together, and you could like paste it on. So it was a really cool little tip and trick to learn, and that's why I always say, talk to other people in the hobby. Don't be afraid to ask questions, and you just get really some cool ideas. So, I got the gravels and stuff from him, and I got that idea, and it worked out pretty cool. So like I say, just... it's always learning, always trying new things and talking to people. Like I say, going to hobby shows, watching YouTube videos, even my videos, like I'm posting all the stuff that I've learned from people in the past, stuff that I've come up with myself, and I post on YouTube, and then you guys get to learn from it, and then just keep sharing and just keep growing. So that is Domino. It came out pretty cool. I like it. I think it was a lot of fun. Really cool statue. I love the sculpt of the statue. I do love the face too. I think this is one of my favorite faces from Sideshow. And she does come with the hand with the gun, because this was an EX that came with a knife, and we wanted to change that, so she does have that as well. I also tried to make sure that if this gun was to come out, it would be in scale going with that pouch as well. So when I was sculpting this pouch, I was using this as a guideline. So I always try to make, things are in scale whenever you do the customs. And one of the last things is her hair. I did paint it in a black, and then what I did is I hit it with some of the interference blue, and then I kind of flattened it down. So as you see, as she turns, we start getting little, like, you know, silky looks to her hair. So instead of trying to force it with a harsh blue, hitting it with that interference color and flattening it, it gives it that silkiness. So you let the light work the hair with all the sculpts and the angles, which is kind of what I like to do. So there you go. That is Domino. Let's get a little bit closer. Now, you might not see it in the video, but the knee pads are a different color. So the knee pads are a flat black with a hint of a metallic blue, but then flattened down. So I didn't want to have too much competition between the knee pads, the gloss black, the boots, the straps. I just kind of wanted to make sure everything was, you know. So really cool, a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys like the way she came out. It's going to be a really cool display on his shelf, because he said he's going to be displaying it next to Wolverine and a couple other X-Men characters. So hopefully you can send me some pics of that at the end, Roy. I want to check that out. And there you go. There is Domino. Hopefully you guys like the way she came out. We'll be back with more videos.